Yo guys, what is going on? Your boy Jamestheace. I know who it is, the man, the myth, the legend. Welcome back to another video. Had to put the delay on it, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, listen boys, I actually don't know what I'm going to title this video because there's a lot and I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm not going to make it terribly long, but there's actually a lot that I have to say in this video. Right, it's going to be broken down into 3 segments, those of which being talking about the slightly tweaked, at least I think it's been tweaked, what's on the screen right now, the PvP matchmaking updates. And this is actually just the page from the 2021 spring update patch notes. And people started to notice that the PvP matchmaking updates have actually changed. I'm not sure if that's entirely true or not, but it holds true at this very moment of uploading this video. And at the moment, it is the 29th of April. So I'm telling you guys right now that the switch, I guess if you want to call it, for low-level PvP has been flipped back on. You can now deny matches that are a higher tier, a higher level, etc., although some levels of PvP are experiencing like severe drop off because either people have been leveling because they've been tired of waiting or whatever the case may be. I don't really know. I have not really been seeing that many low level PvP matches, but I mean, with the stuff that's been going on, that's kind of self-explanatory. But that is only part 1 of this video. Part 2, we'll be talking about the conversation that I had with Ratbeard in an Awesome the Saw stream. And what I didn't know was that he actually saw my video. So I'll be talking about that later on with some screenshots to back everything up and talk to you guys about what might be happening to low-level PvP. And then later on in the video, I want to announce that level 99 is actually back on the map and why level 99 is basically the prime level of sub shadow PvP, aka no shadow pit PvP. So that'll be a later subject, but right now I want to touch upon the believed to be slightly edited PvP matchmaking updates for the level opt-out. So we'll go ahead and take a read here real quick. We've made a significant improvement to the matchmaking system from our last update, in addition to fixing a couple of bugs that prevented players from receiving an opt-out prompt for tier and rank mismatches. We have added an opt-out prompt for level mismatches, which, as we know, when the update first hit and people were actually complaining in test room, which was ridiculous, that it didn't exist. Like level 1 warlords were basically getting level 140s and the devs were like, that's not intentional, but later on had to send it up because they found out that it actually was a thing, right? So basically, if the matchmaking server offers you a match against an opponent in a level band, aka if you're level 29, the opponent's level 30, you will receive an opt-out prompt to allow you to return to queue and continue waiting for a better match, which actually, to my surprise, not that many people have been accepting unfair matches just because they have been waiting longer, you know, like prompted times to wait for a match. Because again, as I was saying before, low-level PvP has slowly, very slowly been crawling back into being like a quote-unquote thing. So I think this video is going to be the video that a lot of low-level PvPers have been waiting for, and a lot of people that were either shooting certain levels of low-level PvP or sub-level 100 PvP down just because of, you know, X, Y, and Z. Maybe the meta was too fast. Maybe there was something that they didn't like. Their school was bad. Listen, man, the meta has changed so much. It's so ridiculous. Every school is good. In my opinion, 99 is the best right now. But anyways, let's continue, right? They go on to talk about level bans, so we'll skip that. We already basically touched upon that level prompt is back and that you do get a prompt for unfair matches, tier and rank, etc. But as an added measure, players at private and corporal rank will no longer receive opt-out prompt. They are automatically opted out of any mismatch and return to the queue for a better match, which honestly, I agree with this, because if you're not a veteran and you can't be a vet and do tournaments to get the tickets to get Solar Surge, you shouldn't be in a position to face a veteran who might have Solar Surge. So 100% agree with this. There's no way you couldn't. I mean, it's balancing out the queue so that the people who have the OP stuff are fighting the people who have the OP stuff, and the people who don't yet have the OP stuff are fighting the rest of the people that are trying to get up there, right? Plain and simple. This change indirectly addresses exploits that some players were using to take advantage of the matchmaking server. Nevertheless, we are continuing with efforts to directly safeguard against further exploits in order to ensure that 5th Age PvP is free of exploits and boosting. Now, they pretty much go on to say that we remind players that exploiting and boosting and all that other stuff can get you banned and all the mumbo jumbo. But I want to address something really quick, because people were actually coming at me in game prior to making this video, and they were jumping on my case, I guess you could say, for being level 99 or trying to promote 90 PvP, because the devs refer to it as squatting, because you're like staying just below the cusp of getting shadow pips, which would put you in the expert tier. And the whole, we want you to level up thing, like, yeah, but players don't want to, and I'll talk about that a little later. As I said, the devs are listening, but staying at level 99 is not an exploit. What is an exploit is level 50s taking off their gear to fight level 30s, level 20s, and level 10s. So all of you who are doing that, you might want to, like, I don't know, stop, because that's what they're talking about here. If you're deathly afraid of having your rank literally set to 0, because it's actually happened before, boosters will and have gotten their ranks reset to 0 or had their accounts banned, depending on how long it's been happening and how much you've been exploiting the system, then yeah, I would stop doing that. It's kind of ridiculous. But the whole squatting thing, staying at a low level so that you can not experience like a certain level of PvP or leveling up to the highest level in your tier, is kind of like literally leveling up like the devs want you to. You just aren't playing with crit, or you're not playing with shadow. It's not an exploit. It's just the tier system. So yeah, staying at level 99 just because you don't want to play with shadow, but you want to use more Ganth gear or level 99 or 98 gear, it's not an exploit. All right, fam. Now we get to talk about the stuff that all of you either should or have been waiting for forever. And I want to say that this is probably the biggest thing about this video, aside from the third section when I go on a rant about how good I think 90 has and will become. But Ratbeard has seen our video. I say our because me having 0 subscribers and posting a video is gonna get nowhere. You guys boosted it, shared it, screamed at the mountaintops, liked the video, everything. And Ratbeard saw the video and he had this to say, like completely unexpectedly, while I was watching Austin the Sauce, like I think last week. I'm a bit late on the draw with this video, I apologize, but I mean, as soon as this happened, I knew I had to make a video about it, because Ratbeard, bro. Bearded rat. Okay, anyways, listen. He said, I enjoyed your vid. I said, oh, true? Yo, hold the phone. Hold the phone. He then said, yes, we disagree with get good noob. What I actually said in that video was, you gotta get good. You gotta get good. But then goes on to say we watched it and discussed it and options. So the devs saw my video, saw what you guys had to say, albeit some people told me I went too hard in the video, but I was about to be way more unprofessional than I actually was in that video. So I think a lot of the anger and stuff was like basically warranted. Not warranted, that's the wrong word to use, but basically like I spoke my mind without being too ignorant about it, you know what I mean? I think it was a good video. I think after uploading it, I considered the fact that I could have suggested more alternatives to the trash system that we had at the moment, but it is what it is. But anyways, he said there are probably solutions available to meet our goals and your desires. We'll see. This from a dev, from a lead designer, right? Like, hey, I'm this is better than nothing, because a lot of people feel when they want something to be done about something that's obviously bad, especially when it comes to King's Isle. And I know Ratbeard, Magnetic, ex-dev watching this video, it's not exactly your fault, because Wizard101 has had many devs, albeit some of them good, some of them trash, in the past. You know, players feel like they're just screaming into an endless void. So I knew I had to share this with you guys. Low level is going to be getting looked at, albeit we will probably have a somewhat short term, if anything, because as of right now, unfortunately for us, but fortunately for people who do max PvP, they are the ones pretty much being looked at, right? We have to work from the top down. I don't disagree with that logic. I definitely think, you know, there are things that need to be fixed at the top, and then obviously team PvP before you start working your way down. But making my video definitely made a footprint, and the devs saw it, and it's all thanks to you guys. Seriously. We're going to have low level PvP looked at. There is something that is probably going to be done. You know, again, he said there are probably solutions available to meet our goals and your desires. So we are being heard, right? And if you're a long-term viewer, this isn't the first time that this has happened where we've made a video and have had influence on changes in the game. But I think this is like, to hear it directly from a dev is definitely like way different than making a video and then like a change happens, right? Because at that point you're just kind of like assuming, oh yeah, my video had, you know, some kind of impact, but this was big. So thank you, all of you. We're going to continue to press on this and see what we can do. Like, I want low level PvP to be just as fun as max people find max PvP. All right, boys, with all of that out of the way, I do want to take a little bit of your time and talk about the return of 99 PvP, because I do believe that 99 is way better in almost every sense than it was prior to this update. Like, literally taking Pierce off of the duelist ring, making it so 100 damage flat is optimal, making it so resist actually matters by lowering the effectiveness of crit, and you know, just a lot of stuff happened with what they did. And basically, right, the stats that I was running on my fire pre-update is nothing like I'm about to show you right now. And these stats are actually about to get slightly worse, because previously for level 99 there was maybe this much room for strategy. Now there's this much room for strategy. It is like, I'm going to have to upload videos for you guys to see, so like more people can start to catch on. But the meta has evolved ridiculously. 4.9k health, 72 damage, which is actually going to drop just a bit. The reason being is because I'm going for a trap stacking strat, which you actually have time to do at level 90. Previously you didn't. It was just hit, crit, GG, son. That was pretty much it. Now you need resist, you need decent damage, and good accuracy, good power pip. You need okay critical on fire. I'm not really going to need to rely on crit to kill, because I'm going to be trap stacking. I have a pet in the works. Next time I upload a fire PvP, it will probably be a trap stacking video, to be honest with you. And then block, meta block is now 200. As long as you have 200, I've actually done the math. Your opponent, no matter how high their crit, unless they have like 500 crit, which is dumb, they're going to be losing other crucial stats, you're probably going to beat them anyways, is not even doing over 0.17 worth in multiplier. A TC balance blade being like 30%, I'm pretty sure, right? That's a little over half. So I have 245 block, which before block was still kind of a joke. As long as you had a lot of crit, a lot of damage, and a lot of pierce. Pierce now being 29 on my fire. I had 51 on my last setup, in my last video. If you go back and check it, I had 51 pierce, right? What was there more to say than what is a tower shield? Now these are meta stats for fire. Power pip actually will be going up to 100 when I equip my rock mount. But yeah, I mean, there is so much more room for strategy. It is ridiculous. I'm gonna go ahead and hop on balance real quick. On the balance, I had about like 111 damage, 45 resist. I wasn't really trying to capitalize on resist that much, but I mean, my pierce on my balance was like high 40s. It's now 28. These are the meta stats of ranked today. Strategy is going to come into play more than ever at 99, and I really think that 99 is going to be better than the exalted alternative, or you know, something like level 49, just because you have more spells, you have more strategy, more audits are on the way. You know, the gear audit update is going to bring back score identity, so it's going to be a lot more fun than what this update has already made it. And I think 99 is going to come back in a strong way. 99 videos soon. I do need to make an update video on my how to make a 99, specifically because the meta has changed so much. I probably need to get on that soon, but yeah, no, the meta is completely different. It's nowhere near as fast paced. You know, it's good. It's going to start being fun. The meta is not, it's not going to be crit hit win GG's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think it's definitely heading in a good direction, and I think people definitely need to hop on this. It's I think 90 is going to have some really good matches, probably some of them going down to timer, considering, you know, life can now hit and heal, and at 90 can run ridiculous heal boost and really good power pips. So I mean, we'll see what happens, but I'm letting you guys know 90's back on. Alright, so do with that what you will. All of you who took your 90s to exalted or took your 90s to max, hey fam, we back on. So anyways, that's all I had to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.